A woman lost one of her arms in an explosion. Her body was also pierced with shards of glass. In her final moments, she clutched the girl's hand with all her strength. At first, the girl thought her mother was just tired, so she nestled close, feeling safe. But as time passed, a sickening stench began to rise from her mother's body. Flies swarmed around her, and maggots crawled out from her wounds. Only then did the girl understand the truth. She chose to leave on her own. Not long ago, they had lived in a happy, loving family. The girl loved to draw from a young age, her imagination wild and limitless, but she was always a bit scatterbrained. One day, she went into town to deliver seaweed for her brother, but along the way, a strange man shoved her into a basket on his back. Inside, a boy told her they had been kidnapped. Instead of panicking, the girl calmly took out the seaweed and started drawing. She tied the seaweed to a telescope and showed it to the man. Thinking it was already dark, he laid down and fell asleep. And just like that, the two children were saved. This incident didn't scare her at all. She later told it as a funny story to her younger sister. One day, the sisters carried a watermelon to visit their grandmother, but as soon as they stepped outside, they slipped in the mud. Luckily, Grandma had spare clothes. Soon, their parents returned, and the whole family set off for a tomb-sweeping trip up the mountain. Afterward, the three children returned home and fell asleep, but the girl was suddenly kicked awake by her brother. As she stared at the ceiling with nothing to do, a small child appeared, quietly sneaking outside to eat their watermelon. Watching the child finish it, the girl grabbed some more, only to return and find the child gone. She quickly forgot about it, and life went on. The girl grew up, but her scatterbrained nature didn't change. She often lost her pencils, so her mother cut her allowance. One day after school, she went up the mountain to collect pine needles, and unexpectedly found a set of art supplies. Looking up, she saw her classmate Jack, staring out at the sea. His brother had died at sea, and he decided to give her his brother's pencils. Grateful, the girl decided to paint a picture for him. While she worked, he collected a basket of pine needles for her. Then he left, carrying the painting. Years passed, and the girl reached marriageable age. Under her mother's arrangement, she married a stranger, becoming the wife of a soldier. But she felt a strange sense of familiarity with her husband. It turned out he was the boy who had been kidnapped with her years ago. Though quiet, he had always been kind to her. They settled into a simple but happy married life. But peace didn't last. When war broke out, their love would face life and death trials.